EU freedom of movement to blame for dramatic rise in human slavery within UK, NCA says. Freedom of movement in the EU is to blame for an increase in human trafficking and modern slavery in the UK, the National Crime Agency, NCA, declared. Will Kerr, the NCA's Director of Vulnerabilities, said the ability of EU citizens to move freely around the continent was definitely a factor in the number of slavery gangs affecting every large town and city in the country. He said, where you can move more freely there will be gangs who will look to get involved in that process. Immigration was one of the central topics of last year's EU referendum campaign, and ministers have promised to take back control of the UK's borders as they negotiate Brexit. Home Office Minister Brandon Lewis previously said it was a simple matter of fact that EU free movement rules would not apply after 2019. The NCA reported that there were currently more than 300 live policing operations targeting modern slavery in the UK. A 2017 Europol report stated that in the EU's 28 member states, there are around 5,000 organised crime groups under investigation. The comments come after 18 people were convicted of or admitted offences in a series of trials related to child sexual exploitation in Newcastle. The NCA has launched an advertising campaign raising awareness to the signs of modern slavery in everyday life. Mr. Kerr continued, modern slavery has rightly been made a priority across law enforcement, but it is a hidden crime, so the onus is on us to seek it out. The more that we look for modern slavery, the more we find the evidence of the widespread abuse of vulnerable. The growing body of evidence we are collecting points to the scale being far larger than anyone had previously thought. The intelligence we are gaining is showing that there are likely to be far more victims out there, and the numbers of victims in the UK has been underestimated. In May and June alone, there were 111 arrests related to 130 potential victims in the UK as part of an operation led by the NCA. Mr. Kerr added, this is a crime which affects all types of communities across every part of the United Kingdom. It is difficult to spot because often victims don't even know they are being exploited. Nevertheless, we need those communities to be our eyes and ears. The full scale and extent of it, we don't know. But what we have found is that in every medium to large town and every city in the UK, we have found evidence of vulnerable people being exploited. There will be people living and working where victims come into contact with everyone else's so-called normal lives. They may see something they feel is not quite right. That might be someone seeming afraid, vulnerable, or being controlled, moved around, or forced to work against their will. If they do, we need the public to speak to us. Anyone with suspicions can call their local police force on 101 or the Modern Slavery Helpline 0800 121 700. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.